A very good morning, students. Welcome to English class. Today we are going to see a beautiful poem called Travel. Okay, before going into the poem, let's discuss something. Okay, travel. Do you all like traveling? Yes. Who will hesitate to travel, isn't it? We love to travel. Okay, if you want to enjoy a travel, which will be your preference? Yes, most of us wants to travel by car, and some wants to travel in bike. But the beautiful mode of transport in the world, according to me, is the train. Okay? The train is the beautiful mode of transport for traveling because it gives such a aesthetic feeling in us while traveling, right? I hope you too like to travel by train, and most of you have traveled in train. And let us speak about what are all the things related to train travel. Okay, so during train travel, we hear the sound of the whistle, we hear the sound of the steam, we hear the sound and all, isn't it? So many vendors are selling their things. Most of us like to sit near the window seat in the train and enjoy the traveling, right? And some reads books while traveling in a train, some hears music while traveling, some likes to stand near the door of the compartment, and some wants to sit on the steps, but it is really dangerous. But elders used to do that. Okay. So these are all the things related to travel in train, isn't it? And we enjoy traveling, right? And while going in a train, if it rains, means it gives pleasure to our eyes, isn't it? Those who love nature, it gives pleasure. And we can't separate a train as a artificial thing, which is not related to nature, isn't it? I used to see that as related to nature. Train is related to nature, though it is man-made thing, whatever it is, but I see it is related to nature. I think the train travel or the train added extra beautiful to the nature. So we can't separate train from nature. Okay, so we are going to see about such a beautiful train travel today through our poem called Travel. Okay, shall we see, students? Yes, let's get ready, and we are going to the station, and we are going into the train. Okay, here is the page number. All of you take 38 from your Gulmohar, and the poem name is Travel. Okay, so how you have to pronounce this? Travel. And it is written by Edna Saint Vincent Millay. Edna Saint Vincent Millay. Okay, let's see about Edna Saint Vincent Millay. And Edna Saint Vincent Millay is a poetess, and she was the most famous and successful poet in America. She's a most successful poet in America, and she won Pulitzer Prize for her poetry. So we have already discussed about Pulitzer Prize, isn't it? So for her poetry, she also had won Pulitzer Prize, and her poems reflected both traditional and modern elements of poetry. Okay, both traditional and modern elements. She used to do that. And this poem, when we take her poem Travel, it is the speaker's deep longing to travel by train. Deep longing to travel by train means she loves to travel. Maybe she never had a chance to travel, so it's a deep longing for her, and she may be a little bit upset because she couldn't travel by train, and it's her desire to go out and see the world by through train travel. Okay, so this is the thing about travel. Okay, let's go into the poem. Here we have 3 stanzas in this poem. We should not say it as a paragraph, we have to call it as stanza. Okay, the first line is, the railroad track is miles away and the day is loud with voices speaking, yet there isn't a train goes by all day, but I hear its whistle shrieking. Okay, so this is the first stanza. Again, the railroad track is miles away. The railroad track you know, isn't it? We will say that it never joins together, right? And the railroad track is miles away. So from the speaker, the railroad track is miles away. It's not nearby her. It's not nearby her place. Okay? And the day is loud with voices speaking. And all her day, that means the day is very loud and it is very noisy because so many people are speaking. Maybe so many people are speaking. Okay, you can see in the picture the girl is very dull and she's thinking of the train and she's thinking of the present day, that it is very noisy as people are speaking. Okay, it's very noisy. The day is loud with voices speaking, meaning the day is filled with chatter of people. Okay, yet there isn't a train goes by all day. Though, it means though there isn't goes by all day. There isn't the train is not going by all day. There is a railway track nearby, maybe nearby her house, maybe a mile away from her house, and yet there isn't train goes by all day. But I hear its whistle shrieking. The train is not going all day, but she hears its whistle shrieking. Okay, maybe she remembers the whistling sound. Shrieking meaning, what is the meaning of shrieking? The sound of the whistle, shrieking sound, which gives a high pitched cry, which gives a high pitched sound. So that is called shrieking. We call it as shrieking. Okay. So the whistle shrieks. She hears the whistling sound. Okay. So only one she has remembered is whistling sound. But the train is not going by that way. Now all the day the train is not going, but she hears the whistling sound. How is it possible? Let's see. Okay, that is she remembers. Okay, she is longing to go in a train, so she remembers the sounds which is related to the trains. She don't like people who are speaking and spending with unnecessary talks all day. Okay, so that is the thing mentioned in the first stanza. Let's go to second stanza. And in the second stanza, I read out, all night there is not a train goes by, though the night is still for sleep and dreaming, but I see its cinders red on the sky and hear its engine steaming. Here she is mentioning about the night time, and night also the train is not going there on the track, but though the night is still for sleeping. Actually night is meant for sleeping and dreaming, isn't it? So most of us usually night is used for sleeping and dreaming, but that time also she see its cinders red on the sky. What does it mean by cinders red on the sky? Cinders red on the sky meaning small pieces of burnt wood or coal. Again it's related to train engines. Okay, actually night is meant for sleeping and dreaming, but in that dream also she can't help imagining the engine steaming. Okay, the engine is steaming, so that is the thing. Cinders red on the sky means while the engine steams, we can see the small pieces of burnt wood or coal, isn't it, on the sky. So she is dreaming of that only. Okay, and here it's engine steaming. cinders red on the sky means she saw a small particles of wood which is on the sky, and here it's engine steaming, and he is seeing this, and she's hearing the engine steaming, okay, hearing the sound of the engine. So in her eyes, in her imagination, in her mind, in her ears, she just have only the train travel and the things which are related to train only. Okay, so this is in the second stanza. Okay, first stanza we have seen all the day it is full of people talking, but she hears only the whistling sound of the train, but the train is not on the track. Okay, in the second stanza we have seen that at night time also the train is not going, though it is meant for sleeping and dreaming, but she hears the engine steaming sound, and she see small particles of burnt wood or coal in the sky. Okay, that is in the second stanza. Now move on to third stanza. My heart is warm with the friends I make, and better friends I will not be knowing. Yet there isn't a train I wouldn't take, no matter where it's going. Here in the first line she says, my heart is warm with friends I make. That is, she says in her life she had a very good friends. Okay, and her life is happy. Okay, and in the second line, on the contrary, she says, and better friends I will not be knowing. Yet there isn't a train I wouldn't take, because in the train if we travel means we would make better friends. Okay, but here there is no train crossing the track, so she couldn't board a train. Maybe she already says there is a track only, isn't it? But there is not a station. If there is a station only means she can board a train, right? So she doesn't have any chance to get into the train and make better friends. She already have friends in her life. Okay, that's no problem, and but she wants to make better friend if she happens to travel in a train. If there is a station, she can board a train and she can make better friends there. Okay, no matter where it's going. So she says if she had a chance to go in a train, she would make better friends, but no matter where it's going, she doesn't mind where the train is going. The only thing she wants to say is, if I have a chance to go in a train, I would make better friends, right? Yes, it's her thought. Okay, so by this we can understand she's not saying that I want to go to this place by train. She just want to go by train because she likes train traveling. Okay, and she likes the sound, and she likes the things which are related to train, and also she wants to make better friends. Though she had good friends in her life, she wanted to make better friends if she travels in a train. Okay, that is the theme of the poem here. Okay, that's all from the today's video. We will see the remaining in the next class. Thank you.